Yes, sir.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Y'all know.
Guess who's back? Good.
Supposed to say you know what time it is first.
Oh, my fault.
You know what time it is. It's all right.
Oh, and bow. It's 2032.
You're just messing everything up. You jumping the gun.
Yo, bro, but we got it in already, so.
Know what time it is. It's time for the DB podcast on the DB network. And y'all see who's back on set. Y'all see who's back on set.
Yes, sirski. He did the time, and now it's time to shine. Yes, sirski.
Boy Zay. And being that he's back, that's exactly what this episode is getting ready to be about. So, the last video we dropped was an introduction to the DB network, which we explained in that video. If you haven't checked it out, please do. There's a lot of good additions that we have into the show. Well, I guess you can call it a show now. A lot of great additions that we're bringing on. A lot of great content that we're going to have coming your way. And for this episode, this will be the start of the new season of our podcast episodes. The ones that are sports based. This is our sports space.
Ooh. Nah. Yo, Kanye got him inspired.
Bro, I'm saying
that's a ball, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that was a ball.
Yo,
sports based.
Sports. Oh, nah, he's feeling himself now.
Sports based. I didn't see it again, just in case those ain't catching.
Yo, bro is feeling himself.
I had to say it again.
That's the IG ball.
Yeah, so
that's a caption.
OD.
But this one, man, this is our Welcome Back Zay episosode.
Yes, sir,
Welcome Back Zay episode. He was going for a while. Like I was gonna say for a little bit, but he's going for a while. He left in February.
Yeah,
he left in February, and it's now August. So you came back, and you know what? I'm gonna let him get into it. But he left in February. He back now. So really, bro, we just want to know what your experience was like, man. I remember the last one.
Facts.
We had a little a little side talk that we had where we asked you, what was the reason that you was going in,
right,
and everything like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Right,
Yeah.
Exactly. And now that you've been through it,
right,
you know what I'm saying. We just want to get it from your perspective and how all of that was. So just take us from the time you left and just go all the way through, bro. You know what I mean? Everything you've been through, the adversity, because I'm sure it was a lot of it. You know what I mean? And
oh my,
a whole lot of it. So
my,
bro. So from the time you left in February, just start there and keep going.
All right. Oh yeah. All right. So as I can see, I'm back. Thank you guys for welcoming me.
I'm not even talking.
Me back. So boom. First of all, I'm gonna start off by saying like the reason why I first went was because
where'd you go? What branch?
I went Army. I went Army National Guard. Okay. I went Army National Guard. That's why I'm back home right now. I went Army National Guard, and that's the reason why I'm back home right now. Yeah, the reason why I joined was because well, first of all, I seen my little cousin, my son Tyrese. I seen shout out to Ty. I seen him go through the process. I seen him go through the process, and I was like, okay. I mean, if he could go through it, then I definitely could go through it. But that's not the real reason why I went through. Like, when I talked to my recruiter, they was like, oh yeah, the benefits is amazing. If y'all, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like everybody's been to school and stuff like that. And you see when the Army people come through and they tell you all the benefits and this, that, and the third. In high school, I wasn't really listening to it. But as I got older, I started realizing, like, yo, I'm going to need these things the older I get. So I was like, yo, maybe I got to go through it. So that was the real reason why I went. My parents is getting older, The benefits is not just for myself. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, I went. I did what I had to do. So, boom, I'm going to take y'all from February all the way up until July.
All the way up until July.
So, initially, when you get there, you go through something called reception. And reception is, you sitting, you waiting to, get transferred over into basic training. Reception, it's definitely a different lifestyle because once I first got there, first of all, they have no connection. So when you get there,
in what state you went?
I went to Oklahoma. Scrubby Oklahoma. If anybody from Oklahoma watches, no offense, but your state is not it. But yeah. But yeah, I went to Oklahoma and yeah, like as soon as you get on base, it's like all your connection just stops. Like as soon as you enter the base, it's like my balls was at 3 and then it just went all the way down to 0 to the point where it said no service like on my phone, and I'm just like, okay, like where are y'all taking me? Like, you understand? And then we went, and then we went to like these homes, like where they just throw us in there. We just like it's like a about like 40 bunk beds in there, about like 80 people in a room. It's a big room though. It's like a huge room. So 80 people's in a room, and there's only like 10 showers, and the showers aren't blocked off. Like,
yeah, just open.
If a shower's right here, I can see you right here. Like,
yeah.
So I'm like, all right, this is definitely something new, and you have no phone. So basically, they're like forcing you to like interact with the other soldiers in there. So
I would have thought they took the phone from you off rip. Like they just took it.
No. They don't take your phone because in the beginning they can't just take your phone from you and expect you not to like, yo, I need my phone. So they gradually, for me, take it away. So like some days we'll have it up until like, let's say 7:00. So we'll have it from the beginning, from the time we there up until 7:00 at night. And the next day they'll take it at like 6. And then take it at like 5. So like they deducting our time. So it's like, all right, every day we getting it less and less. By the time they're ready to take it completely, we're not gonna completely miss it.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
So so by basic training, the phone is gone.
Oh yeah, basic training. There was no phone. You get your phone on Sunday for half an hour.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought they would just take your joint.
No. It is bad. Reason being, there's no connection.
So wait, what do you get your phone for?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing COD Mobile. I'm gonna be playing COD Mobile, bro.
Exactly. So I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, back to reception. So I was in reception, got to take a shower with the guy right next to you. And some of the guys in there was weird.
Yeah,
That's just something that you got to accept. Like some of the guys in there was weird. So, I went through a little weird phase. But thank God, you only in reception for like an hour. I said an hour. For like a week. Maybe a week and a half. The food is garbage. Food is terrible.
Wait, I was eating PREs or like actually MREs? Yeah, MREs or not?
Nah. All right, so boom. When I first got there, it was mad cold. It's February. But it's Oklahoma, so I'm thinking like, okay, it might not be that cold. It was brick, like freezing, like New York, for real.
What?
So I went.
I would have never thought
we had
that.
a cold front. Like as soon as I got there, we had a cold front. Like as soon as I got there, it was snowing.
All right, so when we talking highs?
It was snowing.
What's the highs?
High? The highs that when I was there.
Yeah.
Temperature.
Oh, the highest was when I was at AIT. That was in like May. No, I'm lying.
But in February.
Oh, in February.
Yeah. When you were cold. When it was cold.
When it was cold.
In that cold period.
The high was probably like 10 for real.
It was stop.
When I tell you it was freezing, bro, they have something called waffles. But they have you put that on and then you put on silks. So both of those things are like to keep you warm, and them joints wasn't keeping me warm.
It's like thermals?
It's like thermals, but they thick. Like they're really good.
Yeah.
Them joints wasn't keeping me warm. I'm like, yo, like I need something else. Like, you understand? And it was mad cold. So when we got there,
you never would expect.
Yeah, like I was not expecting that, but I got there. For me, it was cold. It was like, all right, it is what it is. And then, what was I talking about before that?
Reception.
Yeah, I was talking about reception.
And you finished for a week.
Oh yeah, MREs. So it was mad cold, and we have something called a drill pad. A drill pad is just a slab of concrete, like it's just a slab of concrete, and we all lining up on a drill pad. And my very first meal there was MREs. So I'm like, all right, what's this? So they all passing out the MRE. It's like a brown bag, right? So I got my MRE, and to my luck, I got the worst MRE in the box.
Which one you got?
Vegetable crumble. It was some dirt, bro. I was like,
not vegetables. That's OD, bro.
Yo.
I didn't even know they pack vegetables in MREs, bro. That's OD.
I got vegetable crumble. So
Crumble? What's a crumble? What's a crumble?
I don't know. I think the crumble was for your stomach for real. Because when I tell you, my stomach was on tilt. I was like, yo, nah.
He said, I think it's for your stomach because my stomach was so tilt.
Yo, I'm like, yo, what is this?
I would have been sick.
I would have been sick.
I was ready to leave. I'm like, yo, I'm ready to go.
Especially, I've had MREs before, and it'd be like spaghetti, ravioli, all that.
Yeah.
Give me something cool.
Yeah.
Something heavy, you know?
Something cool.
Vegetables are, nah,
Vegetable
bro. I would have been like, send me home, bro.
But and the thing about MREs is that they keep it up in storage for years, bro. For years. So I probably got a vegetable crumble from like 6 years ago. Like, first of all, the food is nasty. And then you giving me some expired.
Yo, bro was eating broccoli from 10 years ago, bro.
From 10 years ago, bro. Bro, I was like, yo, why did I was really second guessing, like, why did I join? Like, like, I could be home eating something good right now. I'm eating vegetable crumble. I'm like, all right, it is what it is. First meal, feel me? Next meal should be all right. The next meal I got was like some carrot something. I'm like, yo, I'm really
They
not.
kept on violated with the vegetables.
Yes.
They tried to get rid of them. That's what
They was violated.
I'm like, yo, I'm really not vibing. Like, I'm really about to dip. Like, I'm gone. But then we got something called holidays. Hot Days is like regular food. Like we have something called a DFAC, and Hot Days is just like mermites from the DFAC. So it's like regular food. For me, you get chicken, you get ravioli, but it's hot. So I'm like, all right, cool. But I told you it's cold, so it's like ice. Bro, I got my plate, slipped, bro. All my food everywhere, you only get one plate. I was vexed. Bro, my first day there was terrible, bro. Bro, when I tell you terrible, my first day there, I'm like, yo, I'm about to go home.
He's like, yo. And then, wait, they was dead not gonna feed you after that?
No. After you
was that dinner?
Yeah, that was dinner,
so
bro.
So you didn't eat for the rest of the night?
No. And bro, and dinner's at 5 o'clock. Bro, I was starving, bro. When I tell you starving, bro, it was my worst experience.
Yo, nah, I'm crying right now,
bro.
First day, 5 o'clock, and you dropped the meal. So that means
I dropped my eat.
So that's OD, bro.
Lunch
that's
was
OD.
the carrot, breakfast was the vegetable crumble, and then my meal was looking at me on the ground. It's just like, yo, bro, why am I here, bro? Like, I was so mad. Day one was terrible.
That's crazy.
Horrible. I'm like, all right, vibing throughout the rest of the week. You know, the rest of the week was all right. I was just cautious with everything. Like, and you could also do something called trading. So, like, if I got another vegetable crumble, I'm like, nah, it's quiet. I got vegetable crumble yesterday. Yo, what you got? You got ravioli? Switch with me.
Word.
And then, but it's their decision if they want to be like, I switch. But a lot of them was like, yeah, we'll switch. They were just there for the military experience. For like, vegetable crumble, oh, yeah, that sounds military enough. So they were eating that. I'm crying. So I was like, all right, cool. Send me that. So that was like the first week. No, first week was calm. But then we get to basic training. Right? And I'm like, all right, so this is where it all begins.
And how long was basic training?
Basic training was 11 weeks. 11 or 12 weeks. One of those two. Okay. So, yeah. So, basically for like 11, 12 weeks, I didn't have my phone. Like, it was like April. Remember, I started in February. Right. So, it's like April, and I'm looking at stuff on Instagram from February. Like, I don't know what was going on in the real world. Nothing at all. But that's fast forwarding. Let's get back to the topic. So, basic training starts. Boom. When we start basic training, so in reception, we had drill sergeants, but they wasn't our real drill sergeants. When we start basic training, we got our real drill sergeants, and they pulled up on demon. When I tell you, yo, bro.
They ready to go.
Yo, bro. Yeah. We had like 20 bags, and they came like, everybody pick up your effing bags. Like, they was going crazy. And I'm like, yo, like, what is going on? Like, people were panicking. Like, girls was crying, men was crying. I'm like, nah, like, why am I here for real?
But, like, my question would be, like, did you not expect some version of that going in?
I did.
Not you, exactly. I'm saying the people that were crying.
I did.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, sometimes you never, you know, and then once you get in it, it's like, oh, this is
what it is.
This is really it.
Yeah, this is it.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like,
and they have no sympathy
until you really get thrown in the fire. Like
exactly, and they have no sympathy. They do not care at all. They seen some girl crying, and they was looking at her like, "What are you crying for? Pick up your bags." Like, and she's bawling. They're like, "What are you crying for? Pick up your bags.
And it's understandable.
Hurry up!" Like, they're violating. I'm like, yo,
it's
like,
very understandable why they're doing
sympathy.
that though. Right, but
remorse,
I mean, not to cut you off, but like, I can everyone that talks about military training and all that, like, I've always understood the severity of it. Like, no matter how severe they want to make it, I can understand it. Because look, if you crying in the battlefield, ain't nobody gonna be sympathizing.
Ain't nobody saving you.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody there to save you.
You're not gonna take the time to sit there and ask you, are you okay?
Yeah, no.
There's no such thing as sympathy in war, you know? So there has to be that mentality of no matter what I'm going through the chaos, there's a calmness, you know?
Sure.
And that's what they try to train people with.
Yeah. I mean, she got over it quick.
I mean, she got to. What she gonna do?
She had no choice. She had no choice. But yeah, they was on 10. They was wilding. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. But I'm used to getting yelled at. Also, I went in there with a mindset that this was gonna happen anyway. Like,
exactly. Like,
all the movies and stuff that I seen them getting yelled at and stuff like that. So I'm going in there like, okay, this is what is supposed to happen. Feel me? It was just, as you said, like, the reality of it happening right before you was like, whoa.
Right.
All right. But yeah.
I'm seeing it.
Right.
Now I'm in it.
But they be violent, and then they're a lot more fit than what we go in there with. You know, so they're like a lot more like stronger than us, faster than us, you know, have more endurance. So they started running. We have like 10 bags, bro. They have nothing in their hands. They start running to the spot. So we gotta run behind them with our bags. I'm like, yo, like, slow down. Yo. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Nah, they wasn't sprinting. Sprinting is crazy.
Yo, bro. And me and you was there, bro. I would have looked at them. I would have looked at
bro, we would have looked at each other like, nah, this is what's going on. Yo.
Nah, they wasn't sprinting. But the bad thing about it, my last name, bro, I'm Alexander, so I'm in the front. So he's ghosting me, and I'm like struggling with my bags,
so
bro.
But you know, I changed my joint though. I'm in the B's now. You know what I'm saying? You the game.
You valid, but you would have been behind me though.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
You would have been right behind me.
Yeah.
But I was struggling. I was type fat, bro. So I'm like, nah, they're wilding right now. Like, they left some people back there. Like, yo, bro, it was crazy. But yeah, we get to basic training, right? We go through the whole process. It's like they only let us use 5 bathrooms for 15 people, but they call it the 3-minute drill. So 15 people gotta brush their teeth, take a doodle if you have to, and shower in 3 minutes. 15 people, and if you don't, you get smoked. Getting smoked is basically like they work you out crazy, like push up, set up, go crazy.
So just to dive into that a little bit, and I'm not gonna lie, these questions are personal for me too. Okay, I'm trying to understand it.
Yeah, nah.
So
go
like,
ahead.
let's say they smoke you. Cause I've heard someone use that term before.
Yeah.
And they say get down and do push-ups.
Yeah.
I know there's not a set number, but ideally, realistically, how many push-ups they really make you do before they tell you get up?
I mean, they have something called a 4 count. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 1. That's the 4. So really, on a 4 count, you'll probably do like 15. So really, you're doing like 30 push-ups. It's nothing too crazy. Like they're not going, especially in basic training, it's like initial entry. So they're not gonna make you do 60 push-ups right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Make you do a calm 30. If you could do 30, then you valid.
But like by 30. Like week 8, they doing that though.
Oh no, by week 8 you doing like 60. 60, but it's like 30 4 count.
Yeah, but you're built for it by then.
Yeah. By then you're more than built for it because you're getting smoked daily. For me, you ain't smoking for the littlest things.
3 minutes, bro. I'm getting smoked every day.
Oh yeah,
you see me take showers. You see me take showers, bro. I spend 10 minutes in my shower every day max.
Oh no! They're violating.
Oh, exactly.
It's brushing
no!
teeth,
You be in there,
brushing teeth, shower, and using the bathroom.
So how do you scrub your whole body and under like? It's not even 3 minutes technically. It's like,
you don't. Oh, you don't?
Oh, you don't.
No, you go in there, you get wet, and you get out. I'm dead serious, bro. It was crazy, bro. It was
that's
bro,
crazy.
I stank for like a week, bro.
That's
telling
crazy.
You. But some people was like, all right, cool. Because the drill sergeants don't sleep with you. They go to their crib. Feel me? So after they leave and lights is out, they would just go take a shower. But if you get caught, it's quiet. Oh, yeah, you get smoked for the rest of the night. Oh, yeah, there's no sleeping. It's quiet. You get smoked for the rest of the night. But I mean, sometimes you got to take that risk. Life is about risk.
I would have took it like every once a week. I'm not even gonna lie. I would have took that risk like once a week.
Yeah. Nah, all right, so boom. It's like with basic training, as you keep going into basic training, they prepare you for AIT. And AIT is much easier than basic training. So after like week 2, week 3, AIT is basically where you learn your job. So like what you went in there for, so like I went in there for fire control specialist, which is like as I explained to you, like it's a forward observer. So if I see a tank out there, an enemy tank, I'll call it into the guns and they'll shoot a missile over there. So that's what I went in there for. So AIT, I was learning that.
And for those who need further explanation, but it's just like when you go into the military, everybody's not just fighting.
Yeah.
Right? So there's certain jobs that you can go in for, and then after training, you start to get training for that specific job.
Exactly.
So you got that. Infantry is the soldiers that you see on ground fighting wars.
Yep.
And then you also got like
it's a whole wider range of stuff.
that work on making sure that soldiers can communicate. You know what I'm saying? So and you get trained for that. So there's a bunch of different jobs. When you go in, you're not just fighting. There's different things that you can apply for.
Think of the military like any other company. Yeah. You know, like you just because it's a bank don't mean everybody in there a banker. You know, there's some people in there that's janitors. There's some people in there that's doing
exactly.
So it's the same thing. Exactly. You know, there's office work that people in the military are doing.
Yeah. Exactly.
My question to you though, so you said you were there for 11 weeks. Right?
Yeah.
The 11 weeks was including AIT too?
No.
Okay, so y'all basic training is 11.
Yeah, basic training is 11, and then my AIT. See, AIT could.
It depends on the job you get.
Exactly.
So what's the minimum? So like, I mean, but obviously, like the branch you're at is different. But like, what was the minimum job training experience? Like, how many weeks did you need to stay minimum? Like,
I think the least amount of weeks that you stayed training for a job was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 13 Bravos, and they was there for like 5 weeks.
Okay.
So like after the 11 weeks, they stay for another 5 weeks.
What's 13 Bravos?
Those are the ones that shooting the missile off. So you know how I called into them? Yeah. They the ones that shooting it off. So yeah, I think they only there for 5 weeks. They pull a string, bro. They pull a string, send off the missile. So it's like you don't need too much training for that. My job was crazy because like I gotta like observe and I gotta know how much meters out it is and a whole lot of craziness. So that's the only reason why my job was 12 weeks.
Yo, catch me in the office, bro.
But I ain't gonna lie. You want an office job, but if you want to get out, you're not getting out because office jobs take the longest.
Word. How many months? How many weeks they be keeping office job people?
Office jobs probably like 30 weeks.
Oh,
because y'all have an easier job.
so why you gotta train me for 30 weeks?
I don't know. I really don't.
That's
because
crazy.
Some doctors.
Doctors is max. If you a doctor, that's a lot.
They did for a year.
I'm talking about I'm talking about like
I'm not doing that.
Let's say you work in logistics, you know, or like finance.
I'm lying. Logistics. I think that's 92 if I'm not mistaken.
92 what?
92 Yankee. No. That's the name. That's the.
I thought you meant 92 weeks.
No. Y'all probably gonna be there for like 20 weeks.
You see, that's not bad.
Yeah, 20 weeks is not too crazy.
It's not that bad.
We got off topic.
Yeah, we did.
Going back to
basic training. Yeah, but as I was saying, like basic training.
Basic training.
Yeah, basic training. As you go along in the process of basic training, they prepare you for AIT, and AIT is much simpler than basic training. Like basic training is mad strict because like you got the drill sergeants down your back all the time. AIT is much easier. So in basic training, you got red, white, and blue phase. Blue phase is the last phase. White phase is really just shooting. Right. It's really just shooting the gun. Like for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you go to the range every day.
That's
for
lit.
White phase. Yeah, it is. It was lit. I'm not gonna lie.
That's lit.
But it's only lit if you know how to shoot. If you don't know how to shoot, bro, you're shooting rounds and you could get recycled, which is like back to day one. That's
so if you a bad aim, they'll throw you back.
If you can't shoot, like so we had this thing like you gotta qualify. And like they have pop-up targets, and if you can't hit 23 out of 40 targets, they send you back to day one.
So basically, you gotta aim.
Yeah. They give you multiple chances.
What gun you use?
I use what they called it in there? They called it M4.
M4?
Yeah, but I think in the real
M4 is tough.
AR-15.
Yeah, I know what gun you talking about. Nah, that's a valid. That's
Nah, the M4 is wavy.
Yeah, OD.
M4 is wavy.
OD.
I ain't gonna lie.
OD.
M4 is wavy, but yeah. So as you go into basic training, it gets easier. So red phase, they down your back. They violating like every day. You run in doing push-ups. They basically just trying to break you down mentally.
How long was that?
Like.
How long was the red phase?
It depends because they mix yellow and red phase, but it's only a yellow phase now because of COVID.
Okay.
So it's like a quarantine phase. Okay. So they really mix. So it's about like 4 weeks. Okay. So boom, they do that. And then once you get into white phase, they ease up a little bit. So like y'all get a little bit more freedom. You know, y'all could do a little bit more, like stay out longer. So like we have something called final formation, which is at like 7. So after final formation, you could go to the pull-up bars, you know, talk to your soldiers or whatever the case may be. And then blue phase, you go to final formation and then they leave you alone for the rest of the night. They go home. For me, they're like, all right, y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all been here long enough. Y'all should know what y'all doing. If you messing up, then we just gonna smoke y'all even more because it's like you supposed to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was basic training, but red phase was crazy. Phase.
Give us because you saying white is pretty much shooting. That's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Out there in the range shooting.
Yeah.
Blue phase a little easier. So give us what a typical day was like in the red phase.
Okay, so red phase. Oh yeah. All right. So my first day in red phase, they say that wake up is at 5, but wake up is really not at 5. They tell you wake up is at 5, but wake up for y'all is really at like 4, 3:30.
But why?
Because you gotta clean the bay. You gotta clean where you live in. Feel me? You gotta make sure everything, your lockers, all the lockers have to be like the same.
When it came to uniform, they had y'all keeping your uniform straight the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, your uniform always had to be straight. I mean, you couldn't really mess up your uniform. You gotta do laundry. So you gotta wash your uniform, and they give you 4 uniforms. So it's like if you mess up one day because they had you low crawling in dirt, you better use the next uniform the next day.
You can't pull up in a dirty uniform, basically.
No, it's quiet.
Yeah. But no ironing though. You don't gotta iron your joint.
Nah. They don't give you an iron because you could burn down the bay. People are crazy, bro.
Make the bed.
Yo, I swear everybody did that. Everybody did that.
You?
No, I didn't. I slept in my bed because like
how fast do they make you like make your bed?
Nah. They don't make you make your bed. Remember I told you gotta wake up at like 3:30. So you gotta make up your bed. However long you take, however long you take is how long you take.
But it's still time in the morning though.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I see what you. Oh, I see that. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
I know some people that would not even sleep in their bed. Like they would just sleep in their mat off the bed and just sleep on the floor.
So like, and what time were they having y'all go to bed?
They had us going to bed at 9.
Like telling y'all to go to bed, or like that's So like they would be like, all right, lights off.
Lights out, 2100. So,
but could you go to sleep before 9 o'clock?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
You couldn't touch your bed after you made up your bed in the morning. You could not touch your bed until 2100.
All right.
You touch your bed is quiet. You getting smoked.
I know y'all was having no type of conversations going to sleep. It was straight to bed.
No. No.
We ain't got nothing to talk about.
Nothing to talk about.
No.
Wake up at 4 in the morning.
No. I'm saying there was mad conversation.
Stop.
For real?
Because that's the only free time we get.
But you only got like 6 hours of sleep.
Bro, people did not care about that, bro. Yo, people used to be running around the bed, laughing, making mad noise. And also, you gotta also remember it's mad guys. Yeah. So mad guys gonna make
it's probably
jokes.
football camp part
But
2.
Also, you also gotta remember there's females. There's females in the army, so you know how guys get. Oh, y'all start talking about the females. Y'all want to smash. You know how it go. Mm-hmm. So then we all just start talking, laughing. But the only thing is that the lights can't come on. And y'all can't get too loud. Y'all can't get too loud.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There was gonna be a couple nights if I was there that y'all would have not heard a peep because I would have just went straight to bed.
Oh, nah, there was a couple nights like that. Like some people just went straight to bed because like we always doing the same thing in basic training. Mm-hmm. So everybody would be tired. Like, yo, we going to bed tonight. They'd be like, all right, bet. We all going to bed. But there would be some nights or some days that we don't really do much and people got mad energy.
But I feel like that's a vibe though. Like
it is, bro. It was
I missed
lit.
that. Like,
bro, it was lit.
Football camp and I've been in like
that's
regular summer camp. That's the type of vibe it was.
I mean. Also, it's like it was also like college fake, but the only thing is that we didn't have enough. We didn't have that much freedom. Like college, you could stay up however long you want. You know, you could go outside. We couldn't go outside, but just us talking, vibing, and we all from different places. You know what I'm saying? So people telling us their backstory about where they from. I'm telling people about New York, like, yeah, y'all is not lit like us. You understand? Mm-hmm. So it was like it was fake lit, and also they never knew when the bathroom lights was on. We was just go in the bathroom and just start chopping it up in the bathroom. Everybody could see each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was definitely a vibe. It was lit. Would I do it again? No, but it was definitely lit for sure.
So after waking up, making your bed and everything like that,
right.
What happens? We talking 5 o'clock. I was waking up.
5 o'clock. The drill sergeants come in. Then they inspect the bay. Okay. But the thing, they was inspecting it to the T. Like if you had a piece of dust in your locker, it's quiet. Push ups. You understand? Like they was just doing that just to break you down mentally. So they would just look for any little thing, and if they found anything like anything was out of place, they flip your locker, they flip your bed. Like they would just beat you up mentally. Yeah. So it's like, yo, like why do I keep?
But after they flip the bed, what happens?
You got to remake your bed
in front of everybody.
Nah, you don't got to make it in front of everybody. Like they will inspect everything because we have something called total line. So you got a total line, and then they will go and inspect. And they will flip everything that they want to flip. And you
come back and fix it.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that you have to be downstairs in first formation at a certain time. So it's like you probably get like 5 minutes to make your bed, and then you still got to grab your rifle because you can't go nowhere without your rifle. You can't go to the bathroom without your rifle. So it's like you got to make your bed, then you got to go grab your rifle, and you still got to make it downstairs for 5:45. So it's like, and if you late for formation, you're doing push-ups. So it was like.
And you know, it's funny because it all sounds crazy, but it all makes sense, bro. Because you can't forget your rifle. Yeah, bro, you can't. Because if you don't got your gun on you in real life, you're going to get blasted. That's you.
Exactly. So it's like, it was a whole lot of going on. But like, as anything, like, as you continue to do it, you start understanding, like, okay, I see why they're making us do this. And everything just got simpler. Like, by week 8, you know what you're doing already. Feel me? So by week 8, I was getting up at like 3:45, you know, making up my bed. But the only reason why I slept in my bed is because I wanted to get used to just making up my bed, like waking up and making up my bed. Like if I slept in my sleeping bag, I wouldn't have gotten used to making up my bed, and I would have came home, did the same thing, slept in my bed, and just woke up and left the crib.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna sleep in my bed. So every morning I wake up, I know I gotta make up my bed. You know what I'm saying?
You know why I say I like that? Because a lot of people I think that a lot of people should look at it this way. The military, you go for all the benefits, this and the third, but it's also, especially at our age, it's a maturity thing too.
For sure. That's how I look at it.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of discipline aspects that is very hard for people our age to catch on to and use, you know, to effective way.
No, for
and
sure.
something like the military could literally mentally install that in you.
Like that though.
Yeah.
Like
you got no choice.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. You have no choice. But that's another reason why I went to the military, for the maturity aspect, and that was really personal for me. Like that's the only reason why I didn't say it. But like I just told the reason, like I told everybody else. But really, I went in there for the maturity aspect because I felt like I needed it for myself. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I went in there for the maturity aspect, just to better myself, like overall. You know what I mean? So that was that. Basic training. Yo, I got a funny story. So my first day there, remember my last name is Alexander. Right. So the must go 1-2. There was a guy, his name was Actor. His last name was Actor. I thought I was gonna be number one. He was number one. So he slept on the top bunk. I slept on the bottom bunk. Thank God, because I did not want to sleep on the top bunk. Because making up your bed on the top bunk is like is impossible. So I was like, all right, Gucci.
Thank God, because my name is AB. It would have been lit.
Oh yeah, you would have been top bunk for sure. It would have been lit. Sure.
Continue though.
Yeah. So boom, first day there, they told us, yo, wake up is at 5. So I'm like, 5? That's valid. I get up that time anyway. So boom, I'm in bed. I look at the time. It's 4:45. I'm like, oh, I'm valid. Another 15 minutes. I'm laying down.
Was no one else moving around?
Nobody's moving, bro. Nobody is moving. The lights are still off. Everything Gucci. I'm like 4:45. I look up. Nobody move. I'm like, I'm Gucci, but I'm right by the door.
Yeah.
Bro, all I was boom. I'm like, what is going on, bro? The drill sergeant's like, everybody get up. He starts bugging out, bro. I wake up with a booming headache. When I tell you booming, booming head, I'm like, yo, why did he just do it? But when I tell you he kicked the door so hard, bro, they came upstairs. Like, all the drill sergeants, they pulled up upstairs because they thought, like, people was fighting. There's a dent in the door, bro. I'm like, yo, he's wailing. I'm like,
he dragged it. He dragged it.
I'm like, yo, if he kick any of us, it's over.
He said if he kick any of us, it's over.
It's over. It's over.
Yo.
I'm like, nah, I gotta get out of Basic. But yeah, Basic was crazy. Like, Blueface is not really anything. Like, we had something called what was it called? I forget the exact name of it, but you sleep out in the field for like 3 days, and that's like the craziest thing about Blueface. Like, you sleep out in the field, you gonna
Did it rain?
Bit. Yeah, yo, it's crazy. It did
I had
rain.
a boy that rained. He rained outside of the field. Yeah,
It did rain on us.
he said he was sleeping
rained.
on plank. Yo, he said he was
Yeah,
sleeping on
like-
plank, bro. Like he was sleeping like because the water was all mud, so he had to sleep like this.
Yo, me too, bro. I didn't sleep in a plank. I was on some lazy.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sick.
But that's crazy though. That's crazy.
We have something called wet weather gear. So like you put it on over your like OCPs, like over your uniform, you won't get wet. So I just threw on my wet weather gear and I just slept. Yeah, it's OD fire.
That's fire.
And I just slept in the rain. I was like, it is what it is. Like, I signed up for this. Like, ain't nobody forced me.
Yeah, but you brought some of this gear back home, bro.
I bought back my
clutch
Gore-Tex.
gear.
I bought back my Gore-Tex. Yeah, I bought back my Gore-Tex. It's wet weather gear, but it's just camouflage. Like the other thing was digital camo, so it was like gray and white. The Gore-Tex is green, like just like my uniform. I bought that back because we get to keep that. So I bought that back. I bought back my rucksack, my medium ruck. I mean, it can hold up to like 45 pounds in it. So I bought back a couple stuff. Nothing too crazy because like it's day stuff at the end of the day. So I let them have that. But that was basic training. Then boom, we graduate. Go ahead.
Graduation. What you had to do to graduate?
There was math requirements. So
Isn't there like a final test that you got to go through?
that's CTE. I mean that's not CTE. That's the field thing. When I was telling you got to sleep out in the field 3-4 days. Okay. Yeah, that was the final requirement, and it was harder for us because it was raining.
Oh, so y'all don't got like let's say the 1.5 that you jog to get in. You don't have to run that same 1.5.
Oh no, it's 2 miles. It's called ACFT.
Okay.
And it's not a graduation requirement. It used to be, but they added so much stuff into it that it becomes like so nitpicked that it's like not everybody's gonna pass, and they just want to file people through because like we need soldiers all the time. So it's like they just trying to file people through at that point. So it's like, all right, ACFT. Instead of doing tire flips this morning, we're gonna do an ACFT, and we're gonna run. Running is the last thing in the ACFT. There's like 6 things that you do for an ACFT, and running is the last one. Okay. It wasn't hard though.
Nah. Yeah.
What about the muck ruck you had to do, or the ruck run that you had to do?
Oh, the ruck walk. That was an AIT.
That was AIT?
Yeah.
So after basic training, then you did.
Yeah, we rucked in basic training. Like we rucked a total of 40 miles in 4 days, but it wasn't 40 miles straight.
No,
Go into detail about ruck.
Probably 10 miles a day.
Go into. Nah. It was like it would be split up. I mean, yeah, you could say that. So like, because like some days we'll walk like 15 miles, 16 miles, but it would be all split up. Like so we will go to one spot. We'll learn a little something, and then we'll walk to another spot. Learn a little something, walk to another spot. So, like, one spot would be like 6 miles, the next spot would be like 5 miles, the next spot would be like 4 miles. So, it'll all add up until 40 miles. So, that's really why it was only 40 miles. But other than that wasn't hard. The 12 miles straight in AIT, we're going to get into that. We're going to get
12 miles straight what?
12 miles straight walking.
Oh, well.
But with 90 pounds on my back.
Yeah, he was telling me about that. Sick.
I mean, we're going to get into that. Graduation. The graduation requirements was you had to complete a confidence course, which is basically like you go up on high things and you got to come down. That was one graduation requirement.
On the wall, there's a wooden wall you got to climb up.
Nah, that's the rappel tower. The rappel tower.
How you scale that?
Huh?
How you scale that though? They give you a rope to scale on?
Yeah. They give you a rope.
So like you stand on the wall and walk up like this, or you like climb up?
Nah. You climb up a ladder. On the side is like a ladder. So you climb up the ladder and then you rappel down. But the rappel, they hook you up. Huh?
You slide, like, how you slide down?
Nah, you like...
And you push off of it, right?
Yeah, you like kick off. Yeah, no. Nah.
You wearing gloves?
Yeah. They make you wear the thick gloves. Like, you can't even feel your fingers for real. Nah, for sure. Yeah, and then you just like, you keep letting go and it keeps dropping you, keep dropping you. Like, some people do the rappel tower in three clicks. I did mine in about 40. I was panicking.
Yeah.
It is, bro. It dead is. It dead is. Yeah, they yell at you the whole time, but it's really like Boy Scouts for real.
Yep.
But yeah, I got through obviously I got through the graduation requirements for basic training. You know, basic training wasn't too crazy. And then we got to AIT. Surprisingly, AIT, like the workouts and everything was way harder than basic, which I was not expecting because I'm like, all right, it's supposed to get easier. But the workouts got way harder. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Because basic training is like, you're supposed to bring me down and really like, feel me? Vigor. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, I didn't get that in basic. I got that in AIT. But AIT was wavy. Like, I had some really cool sergeants. My drill sergeants was, yeah. My drill sergeants was weird, but my sergeants was cool. Like, there's a difference. Like, drill sergeants wear hats. The drill hats. Sergeants don't. Sergeants.
Drill hats, you mean the one that look like your Bass Pro Shops hat? Those like real stiff.
Yeah. It's a campaign hat. It's round and it's brown. Yeah.
Oh,
the circle joint. The circle joint. Yeah. But they also have this thing on there. It's like an eagle, I think. And then around the eagle, some of them have blue around it, which means that they was deployed and they was infantry. And all my drill sergeants had them. And when they get deployed and they come back, they be psycho, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's like, you don't got to take it out on me, bro. You don't got to take it out on me, bro. Bro, they was bugging. No. None of them lose their voice. They scream all day, bro. No, it's like their voice is just used to it. Like, if they whisper, it's like us speaking regular.
Drill sergeants.
Yeah.
Sergeants.
Yeah.
The AIT, you said the training.
Yeah, the trainer was much more vigorous. Like, it was what I needed for real. But I liked it. I liked the AIT training. Way
like typical day. What they have you do?
Honestly, AIT was way better than
Basic.
But because you learn your job.
Yeah.
So I would wake up in the morning, same 5 o'clock. But the thing about it is that they don't really room inspect. Like, they will come in, look around, make sure things is not out of place, make sure nothing's broken, and they'll be like, all right. And then they'll just leave. And then we got, PT, we do our physical training in the morning, 6 to 7 in the morning, do our little workout or whatever. Then we come back, we wash up from 7 to 7:45.
Question.
Yeah.
Both in basic and in AIT, you're waking up this early every day, or do you
Every
like?
day.
So it's not like a weekend day. You get to
Oh no. Weekends.
Okay.
I mean, whoa. Weekends in AIT.
All right, so do weekends in basic and then weekends in AIT too.
Oh, weekends in AIT on a Saturday is damn near the same as a Monday or Tuesday. Like, you still waking up at the same time. You still got work to do.
Dang.
But in AIT, we wake up and we have something called pass.
So basic, you talking about basic training just now when you like Saturdays is like a Monday.
Yeah, Saturdays is like a Monday. That's basic.
Okay.
In AIT, Saturdays is like a chill day. It's like a relaxed day. So Friday nights, you just start chilling. You start chilling. Yeah, Friday nights you chill. Like,
can I go out into town or not?
Nah, you couldn't go off post.
Okay.
But my post was big. It was a 40-mile post. So I had a lot on my post. Like, we had a bowling alley. We had like a Walmart. We had mad eating spots. So like on the weekends, you could go get good eats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could go get Subway or Charlie's or something valid. You know what I'm saying? And basic training wasn't like that. Like, you still get an MRE on Saturdays. Like, bro, you feeding me at MRE on Saturday, bro? Like, come
And
on.
and Sunday is
Sunday?
it's not the Lord's Day.
It's the Lord's Day. Whoa, it's not the whole day. It's just from 8 to 11. No, 8 to 12.
He said, "Well, it's not the whole day."
It's not the whole day.
So they still wake you up at 5.
Yeah.
You still do.
You wake up at like 5. Yeah, like 5:30.
Okay, and then what they have you do from 5:30 to 8? Breakfast.
5:30. All right, so it was like you wake up at like 5:30, and then you get dressed. You got to be in first formation by 6, and then from like 6 to I think like 7, you get. That's when you eat, and then 7 to 8, they'll probably have you like cleaning the area or something like that. Like call it area beautification.
But it's like calm. You're not
it's
really
calm. Like you're not doing much.
Yeah.
Bro, area beautification was really just a time to chill. But like it's like what do you want me to do? You want me to cut the grass? Like no, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And then from 8 to 12, you got your Lord's time. Like for us, it's our Lord's time. But for people out there, like they was doing all that.
Whatever they was doing.
Yeah. Feel what I'm saying? So from 8 to 12 is like your personal time. And then after 12, they right back on you. It's quiet. It's quiet. But remember, you get your half an hour on your phone. But as soon as they see somebody like out of pocket, it's quiet. They're taking the phones. So like you can have a half an hour on the phone. Well, you're supposed to have a half an hour, and 5 minutes in, if somebody's going crazy, they take your phones away. So I was like, there was times I only talked to my mom for like 20 seconds. Dang. Yeah, bro. Until next week Sunday.
He said until next week Sunday.
For real.
Oh, but you was getting your phones every Sunday though.
Yeah, every Sunday.
Okay.
That's
both
fine.
Sundays.
Dang.
Both Sundays. If you was messing up during the week, they take away your phone.
That's the next question I have for you. How much of a struggle was it not because of yourself, but because of the team that you were in? I feel like people look at a lot of the military and the training and the basic training and all that and be like, yo, can I go through this? When a lot of the times it's about your group and what your
honestly,
group
that's
is doing.
a great question.
You know, and going back to like football, you know what I mean? I know personally firsthand that, I could do the best that I could possibly do. But if my teammate isn't doing what he's doing, it's screwing all of us up. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be practice or game. So like, how does that go? Like, is it the same thing over there?
So I'm going to put it to you like this. Honestly, in basic training, I didn't really have that problem. Because like a lot of the guys, they was like athletic. Like they was like athletes for real. So when I got to AIT, like I had some guys that they was just lazy. They just didn't want to do anything. But also with me having sports backgrounds, I've dealt with players like that before. So it's not foreign to me. It's not like, yo, why is he moving like this? You know what I'm saying? So I would just like try to encourage them the best that I can. But as you said, there's only so much I could do. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to really talk about a struggle, I mean, I didn't really have a struggle mainly because I was going in there for myself. I was like, I know the team aspect. I know it's supposed to be a team and this, that, and the third, but I'm really in here for me. You know what I'm saying?
I guess what I meant by that is like, all right, so like, you know, let's say they wake you up in the morning, right? And you got to make your bed and everything, right? And you're prepared to eat anything for yourself. So like, all right, you make your bed, it's not the best that it is, and they make you, yo, everyone get down, do push-ups. You know that was you. You're like, all right, yo, I was prepared to do that. You know what I'm saying? You do your push-ups, whatever. Or let's say you made your bed, and you feel like you fine. 1 or 2 people didn't make their bed. Let's get push-ups. Then 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How much is that getting to you? Because not only is it getting to you in the sense of like, damn, can I do this? Maybe it isn't at all. Yeah. But it's also like, yo, because this is the same person you got to team up with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You and him got to do something together in this basic training drill they're doing together. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, you just had me doing mad push-ups at 6 in the morning. I'm not even banging with you right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you.
How did that ever happen? And if it did, how did it go?
It did happen, but it was very rare because a lot of the stuff that the drill sergeants will instill is team oriented. So like
they would that message to everybody.
Yeah, and another thing that they would do is like if one person would mess up, they'll just mess up everybody's stuff so that one person doesn't feel like, oh, this was on me. You know what I'm saying? So it was never really like.
And that's the point I'm making.
One
like
person, like, why did you make me do this at 6 in the morning? Like, why did you have me doing push-ups? Like, why couldn't you just make up your bed properly? You know what I'm saying? So, like, my bed would be valid, your bed would be valid, side bed would be valid, but his bed would be bad. You know what I'm saying? So he would mess up his bed and then mess up all of our beds. So it's like, we all messed up.
We got
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, not all the attention is on him because he messed up his bed. You know what I'm saying?
But if something like that happened, it's like you still kind of the reason why all of our beds are messed up.
Oh no, we would know. Like us. us four, like, we will look at each other's bed and we will know, like, if the room gets messed up, we know who it was. But all of our stuff is messed up. So what if it wasn't him? What if it was one of us?
Oh, so they're not in the room when they're messing the beds up?
No. We're not in the room.
That was on, you said toe, something like that?
Yeah, Total Line. That was in Basic. Okay. But in AIT, they made us go out the room and they'll close the door. Yeah, we couldn't see.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it's
I'm just sitting outside.
And everything messed up.
Yeah. But sometimes you come in and everything is still normal.
Yeah.
Everything is still normal.
So my next question would be, how much of that made you have to, you know, if you weren't already feeling like you were taking a leadership position in your life, how much of that made you feel like you had to become a leader? So like, personally for me, knowing the type of person I am, right? If after a while I know that this one person is not making his bed right and we just always getting screwed up because of him, I'm dead gonna come up to him and be like, yo, bro, you need me to help you make your bed? You know, do you know what you're doing this and the third? You know what I mean? To try and get the team together, because at the end of the day, all of us gonna suffer if you messing up.
Right.
Did you feel like you were put in a situation like that?
Yeah, I was put in that situation throughout my whole AIT. I don't like to name drop. I'm not gonna name drop.
You don't got to. Yeah,
I'm not gonna name drop. But there was a guy in our room, and he was a mess. He was a mess, but he was also young. He was 17, so he didn't really have his stuff together. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the type of leader where I'm gonna take it upon myself. You know what I'm saying? So I will be looking at his bed on mornings. And remember, I get up earlier than most of them. So I will be up. I'll make up my bed. You know, have my area looking neat. And the other guys in my room, they will have their area looking neat. And I will look at him, and I'm like, that's not it. But he will go outside, because like once you feel like everything is valid, you go outside and you wait.
And he'll leave.
Yeah, but I will stay back and I'll fix it up. So make sure our room don't get beat up. But everybody in the room knew it was him.
Yeah,
he knew it was him. You know what I'm saying? But I will make sure like our room doesn't get messed up. So I'll go over there and fix it. Like, he tried the best that he can. If this is the best that he can, I can't be mad at him. So I just went over there, fixed up, you know, tucked the corners, whatever needed to be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of those type of leaders. I'm not gonna go up to him and be like, yo, bro, like, do you know what you're doing? Because this is not it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, feel me? So I just took it upon myself to do it for him. You know what I'm saying? So that was the kind of leader that I was in there. But if I had to, because like I just didn't have enough time, I woke up late or whatever, I'll just pull him to the side, like, yo, bro, like, if you need help on mornings, bro, just let me know. Like, I'll help you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing for me.
Yeah.
And that's valid. Everybody's a leader in their own right. You know what I'm saying? In their own way. So how you handle that situation will always be different than how me and handle the same situation.
Exactly.
And you know what I like about the military that's different? Like, and again, I'm gonna refer to, you know, what I've been through so far in my life, and that's, you know, football. And I feel like with football, your leadership ability and capability comes with your ability. You know, like,
for sure.
We talked about it before. I think, you know, like, the coaches will be talking like, if you're a senior, you got to be a leader. And I'm just like, yo, you can't expect a senior to be a leader if you're not playing. You know, who's he gonna really be out there leading? No one's gonna take him seriously. You know, but for the military, it's like you just said, everyone's a leader in their own right. They might be leading him in terms of fixing his bed, but then when they go outside and they scaling that wall, he might be the person that's the voice for everybody fixing that wall. It's like, it's just so much more of a team environment where it's like, okay, who can bring what to the table at what point? You know.
Also, another thing in the military is nobody's better than another person. So everybody's equal playing. So it's like, if I tell you something cool, you could take it or you could not. But if you tell me something, it's not like I can't be like, nah, I'm not taking that because you're lower than me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody's listening to everybody. So it's like, if I give you advice, you take it or you don't. If you give me advice, I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just me. Feel what I'm saying? So that's a good point that you put out. And also another thing with football, it helps a lot with the military, because like, to lead in football, you're leading a group of people. Like, you're leading like much more than you would in basketball. Like, basketball, you probably leading like 10 people, 8 people really. In the military, it's not like that. Like, you have way more people. So it's like, it's easier to lead when you have that football background in the military than it is basketball. So if any of y'all was to join, y'all wouldn't have a problem at all.
I'm joining, bro. I'm going, but I just don't know when. No, it's not.
I go sooner than later, bro. I'm telling you.
Nah, differences in cultural backgrounds. So like, you know, I mean, me personally, the one thing that I think about constantly when I think about trying to go is that, you know, I'm gonna probably face people from, you know, Texas, Oklahoma, West Virginia, you know, all these different places, Cali,
you know
and you know,
Wisconsin. And my best friend is from Wisconsin. Like, my best friend in the military is from Wisconsin.
And you know, like, as much as we say, like, you know, this, we don't want to prejudice people because, you know, we're coming from a place of prejudice already.
Right.
That much so, you know, it's a fear. It's also a survival tactic as well. And me personally, I just know that there's people from other parts of the country that just have certain ideologies, beliefs, and, you know, thought processes than I do.
Yeah.
How much did you run into that? How much of a problem did it become? And if it was a problem, how did you handle it, you know? Especially a person being me. Like, I'm an emotional ass person. Right. You know, excuse my language, but I'm an emotional person. You know, I wear my emotion on my sleeve.
Yeah, for sure.
How would a person in that situation like me be able to cope if that problem did occur? If it does occur? If, you know, I don't even know if it does, you know, but.
That's actually a really good question, but I'm gonna speak on my behalf. Me, I'm really a social butterfly. Like,
Me too.
I'm one of those people who's like, all right, I can clearly tell that you're different from me, but I'm not gonna discourage you. I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna talk to you because you're different. You know what I'm saying? That might even make me want to learn more about you. So people with different cultures and different backgrounds and stuff like that, honestly, it like drew me. So it was like, okay, I want to know more about you and where you're from and what you grew up with. You know what I'm saying? So like, one of the guys I know, his name is Brownfield, and I was talking to him like about power and stuff like that, and he was looking at me like, what are you talking about? Like, I was like, do you know who 50 Cent is? He was like, nah, like I never heard of 50 Cent in my life. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, what do you mean you never heard 50 Cent? Like what do you mean?
That's
he was
crazy.
Like, I never heard. And then he asked me about some country artists. I'm like, nah, I never heard about him. And he's looking at me like, how you never heard of him? So it's like,
But it's like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
We feel like 50 is bigger than rap though.
that's what I'm saying.
You know, that's
what I'm
crazy.
saying. But
That's
the thing
crazy.
about it is like, wow, like you really don't know about 50? But it's like, how do you not know about this country artist? You know what I'm saying? So it's like we both was like, you know, interchanges. But as I said, we all on the same plane. We all on the same plane. So it's like, I'm figuring about you, you figuring out about me. So it's like, if you are like me, you wouldn't have a problem at all.
So you never found anybody opposing to who you were. You know, you never found someone like, let's say, I'm not gonna sit here and say blatantly like just racist. That's obviously one of the options, right? But let's say like, you know, against what religion you have, against what
For sure.
political,
For
you know,
sure.
And did they attack you for that? Did you receive a hate, the backlash for that? And if you did, how did you respond to it?
All right, so in the military, they have something called EO, which is equal opportunity.
Okay.
And there's 7 pillars in EO. Don't ask me to name the 7 pillars. I can't tell you right now. But one of them is race and religion. So if anybody did have like a difference in race and religion and they made it known in a disrespectful manner, I can just easily EO them and they'll be out of the military the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like they were
I like that. I'm about to be,
The next day.
Yeah, the next day they're out of there.
I like that. I
Oh,
like
word, you get chaptered out, easy. So there was really none of that because nobody wanted to get chaptered out. Like you joined for a reason.
For a reason,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
you trying to
saying?
finish.
Exactly.
Right.
So nobody really did that. You know, trying to be
I like that,
disrespectful
though.
with the race and stuff like that. But there was people
no idea.
like
Me neither.
Like there was a guy like I was cool with, mad cool with. Like we was talk every day, and then one day like I don't know, God just put it on my heart and just asked him like, "Yo, like what religion are you?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm an atheist." I'm looking at him. I was like, whoa, like blown away because he didn't seem like it at all. Like he just seemed like a normal guy. Like he just went about his day normally. He was like, "Yeah, I'm an atheist," and I'm just like, I don't really know how I feel about that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Just a deeper conversation that we could definitely have on the Finding Black Jesus though. But the fact that like people who are atheists, you could even run into them and have a conversation, have that relationship with them. Yeah. And then that hits you just like, dang, like
yo, we was here. And that's I feel like when he said that, it's like we just separated. Because it was like after that, I was just like, I don't know if I could be around you too much.
Yep. And rightfully so. I feel like you have the right to say that, because at the end of the day,
of course,
you have a responsibility for religion and the God that you serve before anything else.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
so
sure.
if he can be a jeopardy or a threat to that, you got to do what you got to do. Exactly.
For sure. But it really just struck me different because it was like, damn, I was not expecting that at all. Like, why? Like why?
Why do we meet?
Like we could have been here, bro. But I mean, it is what it is. So there was some cultural differences, religion differences that I did face, and it was just like, that's just going into the military is something that that's something that you got to keep in the back of your head. That's something that you gotta know going in there. Like you can't go in there just expecting everyone's
gonna
black
be you.
and Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's just something that I knew going in there that I was gonna face that. And also, I just also had a mindset like, most of the people in there would have been Caucasian anyway.
I'm thinking, yep.
So I was like, they're probably not all gonna be Christian. Like some people are just different. So I was like, all right. I mean, it is what it is. But you can't discourage somebody or like, shun somebody because of their race or their religion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that was that. But yeah, AIT. AIT went along. I told y'all about how my days went, and then our final graduation requirement was that ruck. Yeah. And that ruck. Ooh.
Talk about it.
You get into it?
Talk about it.
I don't even know if
90 pounds is crazy. So like, where is these 90 pounds at?
It's in a bag. It's in a book bag.
On your back.
Yes, on your back. So first mile for me.
Tell them the distance.
Oh yeah, 12 miles.
12 miles.
12 miles. 12? Walking.
And it's not like it's flat terrain.
No.
It's
Yeah, hilly.
all that.
I mean, you can run.
Yeah.
You probably gonna burn out.
I mean, yeah. Who would run that?
No, there was a guy. His name was Kelly, but he wanted to be a Navy SEAL, and he ran.
The whole thing?
No, he didn't run the whole thing, but he ran 7 out of the 12. Now I was just looking at him like,
wait, 90 pounds is
90
crazy.
pounds. But he wanted to be a SEAL, and he failed.
He failed the SEAL.
He failed the Navy SEAL.
Oh, he went to SEALs and failed, and then
came to Army.
Yeah.
So he ran 7. I do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
I wasn't running,
bro. I wonder what they be putting SEALs through, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
What they put.
I wonder what they be putting them
But
SEALs
when I
through,
seen
bro.
him run that 7,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you was probably training.
He failed.
He ran 7.
Bro, that's like being a college football player looking at someone in the league, and it's just like the worst person in the league is still dusting you.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
For real.
The worst they be still
He failed.
is rinsing you.
Yeah, he's spanking you.
Yeah.
Easily.
So you gotta wonder what the ones who passed are like, and the elite ones.
Yeah.
I say that to say this. Kelly was doing his 2 miles in like 10 minutes and 40 seconds.
Oh.
That was the SEAL I'm
So
talking
he
about.
was running a mile in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He was.
He was. He was doing his mile. He was doing his mile in 5 minutes and like 10 seconds.
Dang.
Yeah. His pace is crazy.
Just we get on topic real quick, but do you think he's trying to go back to the SEALs or?
Nah, I don't think he's going. I don't think he wanted to go back.
Can you even get a second chance at the SEALs?
No, I don't think you can. I think it's like one and done for real.
I mean, would you even want to go back after you failed the first time?
Well, they have something called Hell Week.
Yeah, I seen that on TV,
I don't want to
bro.
experience that.
I see Hell Week on TV. They was sinking dudes in the water,
bro,
and telling them they gotta swim with their hands tied behind their back.
Bro, SEALs is different.
I'm like, nah, yeah.
Nah, but they put them through training just in case like they was to get captured and tortured, that they won't spill information.
They get tased.
Yeah, they get all types of crazy.
Wait. So they prepare you to be tortured.
Yeah.
By torturing you.
Yes. Yes.
Bro, the way SEALs train, but just so we could wrap it up because we going over.
Yeah, my fault.
Go ahead to the ruck run.
Oh yeah.
Final requirement.
Oh yeah. So the ruck walk, the ruck run.
My
That's
fault.
Kelly.
Go ahead.
But yeah, the ruck walk. So as I told you, I had the 90 pounds on my back. It's like 12 in the morning, and Oklahoma is mad humid at that time.
Wait, 12 in the morning?
Bro,
Were you being for real?
Yeah, midnight.
It was midnight.
Why would they make you run at midnight?
Oh no, it wasn't even that. We started walking at midnight.
Yeah, because of how long it would take.
Yeah, so we they woke us up at midnight. We got dressed and everything, and we started walking at 2 in the morning.
Oh, wait, but they put you out to sleep at the same time?
Yeah. No. You could go to sleep like once your day is. See, that's the difference with AIT and basic. With AIT, once your day was over, which is around like 1800, you could go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
So if I wanted, I could just go straight to sleep once my day is over. But a lot of people don't do that. 'Cause
Obviously,
you still gotta wash. You still got a whole lot of other things to do. But they woke us up at like 2 in the morning. No, they woke us up at 12. We started walking at 2. Yeah. My first mile, easy. Remember, it's humid.
Mm-hmm.
They give us something called drip drop, where like you drink it with your water, and it's supposed to like, give you electrolytes and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's like stronger than Gatorade. Nice. Yeah, right. It's disgusting though. It's disgusting.
You said nice. He said nice.
Give me some of that.
It's mad good.
Yo.
I'm glad to give me some of that.
It's drip drop.
Bro.
It's disgusting though. It's nasty. But yeah, my first mile, light work. Pew, flew that one. Second mile, light work. Pew, threw that one. Third mile, I'm starting to feel it a little bit. I'm like, all right. This is the third mile.
90 pounds is feeling heavy.
That's what I'm saying. Third mile, my shoulders.
And you can't take it off your back and chill for a little bit and then keep going.
No. You could take breaks. You could take breaks after every mile if you wanted to. I don't recommend it, but you could take miles.
How much time you have to finish it?
5 hours. We have 5 hours to complete it.
I feel like you gotta go through like 4. You gotta do like intervals. You gotta do like 3 miles and then break. 3 miles and then break.
Yo, that's crazy. That's really, really
You
crazy.
gotta do that. Yeah.
No. No.
Yo.
Because you build up something called lactic acid or something like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
in your legs.
Yep.
And you start
The
cramping.
minute you stop.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
over. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm Gucci. So, like after the 3rd mile, I'm like, I think I could go again. But they had stations set up because like people have something called like heat cat. So like people start bugging out, like they drop and they just overheat, and then you gotta wrap them in ice sheets so that their body could cool down. So they had stations set up like Gatorade stations, huh?
What's that called?
What?
Whatever.
Heat cat.
Heat cat.
Yeah. It's called heat cat. But yeah, they had
My
stations.
boy finally found the name of what happened to him.
No, that's not what happened.
I'm joking. Yo, DB, I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
What happened to me was different. Okay, but I'm gonna use. You know, so I'm gonna look up what you told me.
Yeah. It's heat casualty, but we just say heat cat because military abbreviates everything. But yeah, there's stations set
tell.
up like Gatorade stations, water stations, just so like you don't heat cat. So nah,
Yo, my boy is picking it all
They had
up.
Gatorade in it because if you drink too much drip drop, you're not gonna feel good. So they had Gatorade stations. So I took a couple of Gatorade after my 3rd mile. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm valid. Kept going. Then 4, then 5. After my 5th one, I'm like, nah, I need to take a break because like my legs are starting to give out. I'm like, nah, I can't stop because this is my last graduation requirement for me to come home.
Yeah.
So like all I'm seeing right now when
It's
I'm walking
going home.
is crib. Is the crib. So I'm like, nah, I'm going to 6th one. I did the 6th one. My legs was like, yo, relax, bro. Like you're bugging.
Bro, but why, you should have dead took a break, bro.
I should have.
You should have done 4, 3.
three.
Yep. Or at least 4. At least 4. Because then you
that's
get
what
3
I'm
intervals.
saying.
Yeah.
But I drank the Gatorade. So I drank the Gatorade. So I was feeling nice. I'm like, I'm valid. I seen the commercials. I'm like, the Gatorade gotta work. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Good commercials. I see.
Right. The Gatorade. Yeah, Gatorade. Shout out Gatorade. But yeah, after my 6th mile, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a break. I took my bag off. I felt like I could fly. Like after I took the 90 pounds off, I felt like I was floating. I'm like, yeah, I could run this right now. So I took another cup of Gatorade. I was like, nah, I need 2. Took another one. Took some water. I'm like, all right.
What was it after the 6th hour? How much time went past after the 6 mile?
After the 6th mile, I probably took like a.
How much time total were you still on the track?
I probably had already did like an hour. No, I'm lying. Like almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I feel like 5 hours is ample time. It's just about your body's durability to do the 12 miles.
Oh no, 5 hours might be ample time if it wasn't 90 pounds on your back.
No, yeah, but like for example, you said you did. Oh wait, but how many hours?
12 miles.
You did 6 already, and it was
6
in an hour.
I
But
did
that's
six,
what,
no, I did 6 in 2 hours.
2 hours.
I did 6 miles in 2 hours. So every 3 miles I did, it was an hour.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
How long of a break did you take after the 6?
I took about a.
But you on pace to finish in 4.
Yeah, I was on. I did finish in 4. I finished in 4 minutes and 5 minutes. 4 hours and 5 minutes. Yeah, but I took like a 20-minute break because I was like, yo, I need it. But that was the worst thing for me. Like that break was just too long. Cause I was just sitting there on my ruck.
That's another thing. You sat down.
Yeah, I sat. Yeah, I had
You
to.
a ball player. You should have known that, bro.
Yeah,
you
nah, I
playing
don't-
ball and you sit down.
I
It's
don't
quiet.
know why. I don't know why I didn't know. I think
It'd be quiet.
I think what it was is that the weight just got to me.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
weight was like,
Like,
yo, you
yo,
gotta sit.
Yo.
Most
Yo.
of you should just land on a tree or something. You know.
That's what I
mean?
was gonna do, but the thing about it is that they have a post like that, but it's like a street light, but it was flimsy. So you might lean on it and break it, and then you gotta pay for that. I'm not doing it. It's quiet.
They annoying for that.
Oh, dude,
I'm
pay
not
for it
doing
is
that.
crazy.
I'm not doing that. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just sit on my ruck. But my ruck is 90 pounds, so it's not a small bag. So I thought like if I sit on it, stretch out my legs, stretch out a little, I'm valid. No, bro. I got up. First of all, to put 90 pounds back on your back
Yep.
is sick.
Yep.
And nobody want to help you because it's like, bro, I already got 90 on my back. You want me to help you put 90 on yours? Nah, it's quiet. So I had to somehow find a way to get that up on my back. Found a way. Got it back up on my back. 7th mile, everything started cramping, bro. Everything. My thighs started cramping. My calves started cramping. Bro, I had a muscle in the top of my foot I didn't even know about started cramping. I'm like, bro, I didn't even know I had muscles there,
Yo,
bro.
I'm
Bro,
crying.
Everything was cramping. I was like, nah, I gotta push through because I gotta go back to the crib. It's quiet. Like I'm not staying here a day longer. So boom, I finished the 7th lap, then I did the 8th lap, and I was like, yeah, I gotta take another break. Took another break, and then after that, I felt like I couldn't do no more, bro. Like I was like, yo, the weight is starting to get to me. I'm like, yo, I don't want to do this no more. Like I was ready to just give it all up. There was a guy, his name was Dennis. He started bugging. When I tell you bugging, he started wilding at drill sergeants. I like, yo, I'm not doing this no more. Y'all are crazy. I got 90 pounds on my back. Going crazy.
And he was walking alongside y'all.
No.
So
they would just set up at the stations. Remember I told you the station? Set up at the stations to make sure you wasn't violating. Like there would be people there just sitting there just sipping up Gatorade the whole time. Nah, they was like, nah, we gonna sit at the stations, make sure people's not ODing.
Wait, so what were they saying when he was blacking?
They was just looking at him like,
yeah, right.
All right. All right. Yeah, put back on your ruck and just keep walking. Like, they was just violating him. And he was like, no, I'm not doing that. And he started walking off, and then they started wilding him out. Turns out that he's crazy. Because they sent him to like a crazy hospital, and they found out that he's crazy, like mentally or whatever the case may be. So he got chaptered out. Unfortunately, he was right there to graduate.
Yo, imagine going through all those months of training just
That's what I'm saying, bro. He was right there.
And I think that's the only thing that would have kept me to push the finish. Cause I'm thinking in my head, yeah, I'm tired, bro, but I just did months of this craziness, bro. I gotta finish, bro.
But that's not what his mindset was. Also, he was having like, I'm not gonna give his whole story.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give his whole story.
So, yeah. Mile 7.
Yeah, now mile 8. Mile 8 I started hurting. I had 4 miles left. 4 miles, I was like, all right, I could do 4 miles in about, with the way I'm feeling, probably like 2 hours. Nah, hour and a half. So I pushed mile 9. I fake ran mile 9 because I'm like, you gotta finish. Yeah, I gotta finish. So I was like, maybe if I just like jog this next mile, I should be Gucci, like take another break, probably cut some time off. So I jogged it. That was the worst thing for me. It started cramping. I started cramping in my ribs.
I know that cramp too, yeah.
Yeah, like
once
I started
that
cramping
one
in my
quiet.
ribs. I'm like, yeah.
So you start doubling over.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm getting beat up. I'm getting beat up, bro. I'm like, nah, but I'm not. It's quiet. Like I'm going home. I'm going home. Like every single mile, I seen my house like get more vivid in my face. Like I'm like, okay, I'm seeing St. Albans. Like you understand? So I was like, nah, I'm doing mile 10. Did mile 10, then I just dropped it. Like I took like a 40-minute break. 40 minutes. I just sat there, and then my roommate, forgot his name, but yeah, my roommate, he came, but I was mad cool with him, and he was like, yo, how much miles you got left? I was like, I got 2 more. He was like, yo, me too. Let's knock these out. Yeah. I'm like, yo, give me a little bit. Give me like another half an hour. He was like, yo, I needed 2. I'm like, all right, cool. So we sat there. We just started chopping it up. We just started talking. And then started talking about basketball, you know.
Yeah, see, bro, people around you definitely going to get you through that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So we just started chopping it up, started talking. And then I took like 2 more cups of Gatorade. He took 2 more cups, took a cup of water. I'm like, yo, you ready? He's like, yeah, we out. Oh, another thing is we was wearing full kit. So we was wearing everything. Helmet, IDA, everything, bro. It was a bad morning. But we started talking and we was walking, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows it's like when you walk and talk, it just goes by much faster. Yeah. So every single time we went around, we had to say our name. So I would be like Alexander, and I'll say what lap I'm on.
Oh, it wasn't like a trail. It was a circle.
It was a mile track. So like around the battalion was a mile. So we just walked around.
The whole circle was one circle was a mile.
Yeah, one circle was a mile.
He just had that.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's a 40-mile fort. Our fort is 40 miles.
Dang.
So we had a 1 mile track. We was just walking around that. And then, so we was just walking and talking basketball, football, girls, all types of stuff. And I completed the last 2 laps in like about half an hour. And it was crazy because I was like, yo, I was cramping like when I was walking by my dolly. Like when I was by myself, I was cramping. I was like thinking of the wrong things. Yeah. But it's like as soon as I took my mind off of it, I was Gucci. I was looking at him like, yo, you should have just walked the whole 12 with me.
2
like,
together, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No cap, I think
it would have been 10 times easier.
Yeah. Imagine you got music. You would have finished that joint.
Oh, if I had music, I'd have been valid. No. If I had music, I'd have been Gucci. I wouldn't have needed, bro. Respectfully.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have needed, bro. But they don't let you.
None of that.
Nah,
because
you're
think
not
about
any of that.
Yeah,
you're not gonna
battlefield.
Imagine you popping pot smoke.
Yo, some money bag. Some money bag. You get run away from
yo, don't say you gonna bump your money bag.
I'm shot at. Let me put on some music.
You sitting here bumping some Waukesha and you get smoked.
Bro, gonna be bumping Waukesha. I was there thinking Waukesha in my head, bro.
Waukesha getting flocked at. Yeah, so we couldn't listen to no music. So that was honestly. If I had to rank it amongst the hardest things that I've ever had to do in my life, it's definitely top 2.
Top 2?
Definitely top 2.
I thought you were going to say 1. What you think?
Oh, and it's not 2.
Hey, I was about to say, I don't know if you've done anything worse than that.
I was about to say,
12
I
miles
ain't
with
gonna
90,
lie.
90 pounds on your back. I don't think I've ever done something like that.
Yo, it was
before.
so bad when I took off the 90 pounds. Like when I was done, I couldn't recover. Like I was just sitting there like breathing mad hard, cramping everywhere. It took me like about like an hour and a half to recover. Cause after all of that, we had to still do something called high fizz, where we drag a 270-pound dummy. We had to lift up, bro. Like it was crazy, bro.
That's our army stuff, bro. They were wilding on y'all.
We had to drag a 270-pound dummy because like if one of y'all like let's say we in war, you get shot and I need to drag you to safety.
Yep.
Feel me? But 270 pounds ain't nobody 270 pounds. Well, very rare somebody's gonna be 270
A soldier that's 270 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that.
So they just put 270 pounds. So it's like if you could drag 270, you could drag somebody lighter than that. So we had to drag a 270-pound dummy about 30 meters. And then we had to lift like this like box, and it had like 2 tires in it and like 2 45s onto like this table. And then we had to like walk with like this weight. But the thing that you had to pick up, the tires, and the walk was partnered. So it would be like me and you doing it.
Yeah.
So that wasn't too crazy. The 270-pound after your cramping was crazy though.
Yeah, that's OD.
It's crazy. But the thing about it is that you had 2 minutes and 30 seconds to do it. So it was like it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
It's like 30 meters. It's not too crazy. So
Yeah, I was about to say 30 meters isn't crazy. It's just a 270 that you dragging. But
yeah, the 270. But they're like throughout the whole cycle, they teach you like how to drag a dummy. So it's like
This is just putting it all together.
yeah, exactly. So you just like lift it up by the arms and you just run back with it. But when you cramping, it's different. But I got through that. That was easy. The hardest thing was literally the 12 miles. Like
12 miles.
I feel like it's especially being that we big bodied people, like
Yeah, it was easy.
because at the end of the day 270, like I feel like one thing I realized is like dragging 270, right? Like as much as you might feel like you're strong or weak, if you're a bigger person, it's gonna be easier. For you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Because I dragged it in 30 seconds.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
had 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Because it's similar to your weight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to move something that's like you know.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
if it's like 400, then that's a different story.
Nah, you panicking. You panicking. 400 is crazy.
90 pounds and 12 miles is crazy.
But honestly, with that 12 mile, it was really a mental thing. Like
Yeah, for sure.
once you got it through your head, like yo, I'm finishing. You was gonna finish because there was females in there that was finishing. So it's like
You wasn't about to not finish.
you understand? You understand?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
I
it was
like,
also a pride thing.
I would have been like,
Yeah.
oh,
It's a
word?
pride thing.
Nah, yeah, we gotta be out.
Yo, you know what's crazy? There was some guys that didn't finish.
I wasn't gonna be one of those guys.
And it's crazy because like we had like 7 females in our platoon, and all 7 females finished, and there was like 3 guys that didn't. And it was just like, yeah, y'all look bad.
Dang, that was bad.
And there was girls, like they was girls, and they was minuscule. Like when I say you literally, like there was a girl, she was 4'11", 4'11", bro. She weighed as much as the ruck and finished. It's
Now,
like,
a girl 4'11" carrying 90 pounds for 12 miles is crazy.
oh, word 2, I had the utmost
That is
respect
crazy.
for her.
Yeah.
Utmost.
Yeah, for real.
Utmost
Nah,
respect
that's
for her.
crazy.
Got to at that point.
Yeah, bro. She finished 4 hours and 59 minutes.
Yeah.
She finished.
She finished.
You understand? There was a guy, his name was Beams. OD Fire last name. Beams was like 28, like 230, carrying 90 pounds, and he couldn't finish, bro. He couldn't finish the 12 miles. Like, he got to like lap 10, and he couldn't finish.
230 is a lot of weight
So
to carry.
I'm like, if all these females is finishing, and he was 260. He dropped down to 230.
Damn.
It's like, yo, bro, you
So
gotta
he-
finish.
So he lost 30 pounds just to fail?
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, he probably gonna lose another 30 because he getting recycled back to day one.
Wow.
So if you get recycled back day one, do you have the choice to be like, yo, I don't want to do this no more, I'm out?
I mean, yeah, but you probably gonna get a dishonorable discharge. And then you can't find no city jobs out here.
Oh.
Yeah, dishonorable discharge. Oh yeah, that stays on your record forever. You ain't
I never
getting,
thought about that.
you're not getting no city jobs.
I thought that dishonorable discharge was just like if
Something
you,
that you did in war.
yeah, like, let's say you got into the army and like you went
That's called
AWOL.
war crime.
Well,
Oh, you're getting worse than a dishonorable
I know it's
discharge
war
for that.
crime, but we figured it was something that required.
That you had to be in the,
like action. Like,
not even only action. I just feel like you had to like been in it already. You know, like
rather than getting to.
how you give me a dishonorable discharge and I was doing basic training.
Yeah.
Now you get a dishonorable in basic
Put it all up. What's one of the main things that you take from being in the military, and what's some advice that you would give someone going in?
The main thing that I like. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean main thing I took from it?
So like,
What do you feel like made your life
Biggest-
benefit the
yeah,
most?
yeah.
Like made you a better person now. You
biggest
sitting here
takeaway you got from
And implemented in the civilian world.
just in your life.
Oh, and myself.
something that you went through in the military that's helped you now.
For sure, discipline.
Okay.
for sure discipline. Because like waking up at 4:30 in the morning is never easy. Like even if I want to, it's never easy. So just being able to wake up at 4:30 every morning, you know, and go through what I was going through, just the discipline aspect, that's one of the things. And then maturity, really. Because like once I put my mind to it, just like anybody, if you put your mind to it, you're going to accomplish it. You're going to do it. Yeah. So I feel like the biggest thing that I took away was just, you know, the maturity aspect that honestly, the military gave me that, because it's like, if it wasn't for the military, I probably would have never found that.
Yeah.
So definitely the maturity aspect and discipline. Discipline, I mean, that's what the military is rated on.
Yeah.
Discipline, because like in war, you're going to need that.
Yeah.
You know,
trusted training.
Yeah, for sure.
It's funny because like the one thing that I always like think about when it comes to that is like, I feel like the biggest shortcoming for a lot of people in the world today is feeling like people should understand the situation and the circumstances they're in. You know, like, hey, you shouldn't expect me to be here because I had to deal with this, that, third.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the key to success is really being able to be over that and be like, you know, my circumstances or what's going on shouldn't be a reason why I'm looking for sympathy, you know, for people to help me out. Yeah. And I think the military teaches you that, you know, because you wake up at 4:30, you messing up, and they're doing all this and that to you, and no one is feeling sorry for you. No one is telling you, yo, bro, take it easy today. You know, no one is giving you an advantage. Days off. Every day you wake up and everything's from scratch, and you got to do everything you do from scratch. And if you don't, you got to eat it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Accountability at its finest.
Oh yeah, accountability is big in the military too. But there was some days like I just didn't want to be there. Like I just wanted to be home. Like,
understandably.
Like I used to beg my mom, like, yo, mom, let me just come home. Like I'll take the dishonorable, bro. I just want to come home. I take it, bro. But it's like you gotta finish. Like if you start, you must finish. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, we have something called a soldier's creed, and in the soldier's creed it says you will not quit. And it's like they really don't let you quit. Like there was a guy, he was in my room, he wanted to quit. He went up to my drill sergeant and was like, yo, I want to leave. Like I want to go home. And the drill sergeant turned around, looked at me and said, how many times you said your soldier's creed? What's the 5th line? You will not quit, right? Get out my face. And he couldn't leave. So it's like, once you start, you got to finish. Especially if you stated that soldier's creed. Oh yeah, they don't play about the soldier's creed.
That's life in general though, man.
Yeah, it's like if you start it,
that's life in general, man.
You got to finish.
You know? Just because things get hard, you want to quit, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Yeah. So you quit, all right.
But yeah, what's the second question?
What would you tell someone who's thinking about going into the military?
Well, since I've been through it, one advice that I will give to whoever wants to join is make sure you go in there with a purpose and with a plan. Because if you go in there just blindly, just because you want to join the military for benefits, you're going to find yourself struggling because you're not going to see the benefits when you in there. You're going to see it when you get out. So if you going in there just like, oh yeah, I'm in here for the benefits, and that's the forefront, and you don't have nothing else to like really back that up, you're going to have a hard time. Like me, I had a hard time in the beginning because all I wanted was benefits. But you don't get to see those benefits until you get out. So it's like go in there with a purpose and with a plan. Like know what you want to do when you come out and pick jobs and stuff like that towards that, so that you come out with some substance. You know what I mean? So that's honestly the biggest thing.
Me and Joe were having that conversation the other day. We were talking about it. He was like, you know, I feel like, you know, a lot of vets come out and they're not being supported the way they're supposed to. You know what I mean? They're getting put on the street, this and the third. Right. And I'm like, yeah, like as much as society and, you know, the world has to appease the vets because they did what they did, they sacrificed what they sacrificed.
Yeah.
Like you said, bro, you got to be in the military thinking about that.
Yeah,
you know?
bro.
What's my life gonna be after this?
Yeah, like what's next?
It's the same thing as being an athlete or going to college. You're not just going to college and becoming an athlete just to do it. Yeah. You gotta have a plan. You have a mindset. Like I'm doing this so we can set up to do this. You know?
Right, exactly.
You said it perfectly.
Exactly.
You said it perfectly. Yeah.
Exactly.
One last thing. Recite the soldiers.
I'm crying.
Real quick.
Sheesh.
We will send you back, boy. You better.
It's been a little minute. Hold on.
Go ahead, real quick.
I'm an American soldier. I'm a warrior member of the team.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm an American soldier. I'm a warrior member of the team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
Oh my gosh.
I'll always place the mission first.
Oh my gosh.
I will never accept defeat. I will never quit.
Oh my gosh.
I will never leave a fallen comrade. I'm disciplined, physically and mentally tough, trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills. I will always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself. I am an expert and I'm a professional. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States of America in close combat. I'm a guardian of freedom and the American way of life. I'm an American soldier.
Oh my gosh!
Let's go. It's been a
Give that man an Oscar.
It's been a little minute. It's all a little rusty.
Sheesh.
I was a little rusty.
And there you go, man. There you have it. First episode on the DB Network. The Welcome Back Zay episode, man. Make sure y'all tune in. It's a lot of good stuff that we got here for you.
It's a long one.
Content. Yeah, it's a long one.
It's hefty.
But you know what I'm saying? But it's purposeful, you know what I mean? Like, it's a great message that's in here. I do hope that you stay around long enough to check out everything. It's the first of the few that we got for this new season. So,
yep.
A whole bunch of good stuff coming your way, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned.
Bow. Boom, boom. You know the vibes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. Okay, and Mark in the back. You know he here. Yo, Mark, pull up, bro. Oh, yeah, Mark. Yeah. Yo, yeah. You know the vibes. You know the game. Yo, you know what it is, man. We all here.